Sebastian Vettel incident. Did you see shocking moment the Ferrari's wing exploded? The Mercedes man overtook Vettel with a fine move around the outside and then the German lost the rear end of his car. Vettel spun and did damage to his front wing before continuing on. But later around a lap when on the straight going at full speed the device exploded and disintegrated on him in dramatic fashion. That ruined Vettel's race as he had to pit for a new front wing. In the end the Ferrari driver limped home in fifth and it was an awful afternoon for the Italian team. Charles Leclerc dominated and looked to be on for a routine victory but suffered an engine problem which meant he lost power. That handed Lewis Hamilton an easy win with Valtteri Bottas second. Nico Rosberg had sympathy for Leclerc and couldn't believe the 21-year-old missed out on his first victory. He said, "It's absolutely heartbreaking for him. Sport is so cruel sometimes and that's what's happening for him today." On the other hand, Mercedes cannot believe their luck as they secured their second straight 1-2 finish of the season. This time it was Hamilton winning after Bottas was victorious in Melbourne. A safety car 2 laps from the end of the Bahrain Grand Prix ensured Leclerc finished on the podium. Max Verstappen was fourth with Vettel fifth. Young McLaren driver Lando Norris finished sixth in extremely impressive fashion. Next news. F1 news. Pierre Gasly and Daniil Kvyat in heated Bahrain Grand Prix argument. Gasly, who finished 11th at the Australian Grand Prix a fortnight ago, had many complaints about his Red Bull debut. One of his main qualms is he felt the lights, which signaled the start of the race, were too slow, so he did not know when to start. However, Kvyat butted in Gasly's answer to offer a piece of advice to help him out. "I could see everything, so maybe he should try to look up," he joked. But Gasly did not take too kindly to Kvyat's input. "Maybe because you're taller," he replied, before firing a dig back. "I think it's better, not, to start in this position anymore, and that will be the easiest thing." Prior to the frosty conversation, Gasly was explaining his issues in Melbourne. "Basically it was a pretty messy start because maybe it was my position, but I think also, George Russell behind me had the same problem and Robert Kubica as well," he said. "But basically the lights were right behind Daniil's rear wing, so I couldn't see the red lights. On the formation lap, they pulled the car back so I could see them, and then as I got in my position for the race start, basically I was looking for them, and also the lights on the side are really forward on the grid." "Basically I had no idea, so I just started to release the clutch when I saw the others moving, but actually it wasn't ideal, and I think they're planning to raise the starting lights a bit because I think it's probably going to be an issue on other tracks as well." Meanwhile, Gasly is planning to be more aggressive at this weekend's Bahrain Grand Prix. "I think the more action it can give us the better it is," he added. "After all, there are other ways to overtake, without DRS would be nice as well if we are able to follow each other, and there is more action thanks to that, and that will be the best way, but I think immediately that's the only thing we can change, the DRS zones, so if it brings some more show, I think everybody's going to be happier." Next news. Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes could make drastic tactical changes because of Bottas. Pundit. That is according to Sky Sports F1 pundit Karun Chandhok, who questioned how the Silver Arrows would approach the remainder of the year if Bottas followed up on his Australian Grand Prix victory. Hamilton finished second in Melbourne, some 21 seconds behind his teammate. But another win for Bottas in Bahrain would send a statement to the rest of the field, and even his own team. If he can build on Australia, this is an opportunity to get a bit of momentum, Chandhok told Sky Sports F1. "I think it will be interesting for the team dynamics if that happens. But you can't count Lewis out, even he has said himself it has only been once race. However, fellow pundit Paul Di Resta believes Mercedes will put all of their efforts into helping Hamilton win a sixth world title. Mercedes are trying to build this different character, even on the social media front, he added. There has been a lot of shoots with Bottas. He is trying to show his personality a bit more. And that's what they need from him. They need this strong character on track. If anything is to go by in Australia, he has put something down there. But is he going to be the guy you put your money on to beat Lewis? That is the comeback. That is what we need to see this weekend. Lewis had an off day and had some damage, but ultimately over the course of a year you're going to put all of your focus on that. The Bahrain Grand Prix gets underway on Sunday at 4:10 p.m. BST. Next news: Charles Leclerc makes admission over Ferrari Sebastian Vettel decision. Leclerc took part in his first Grand Prix for the Scuderia 2 weeks ago in Australia, finishing just behind his teammate. During that race, Leclerc finished just over a second behind four-time champion Vettel. The youngster appeared to have more pace than the experienced German, and looked like he could have gone past at one point. But Ferrari refused to give the go-ahead to Leclerc, and the Frenchman was forced to stay behind. While some drivers would be unhappy about not being allowed to compete with their teammates, Leclerc insisted that he understood why he wasn't allowed to overtake. "I understand the decision," he explained. "For the team, whether I finish 4th and Seb 5th or I finish 5th and Seb 4th, it's the exact same in terms of points. It will only cost more to the team if they let us fight." "I understand it. Ferrari are not allowed to instruct a driver to let their teammate pass due to team orders rules, but Leclerc insisted that he is okay with playing second fiddle." Asked whether or not the time will come when he disagrees with his team, Leclerc's response made for grim reading for Vettel. "In some situations, yes, I will disagree," he admitted. "We will see. For now, I have not had the situation. I think it is very important to be working as a team, and that's what we did in Australia." Next news: Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton reveals what he wants to happen to F1 rival this season. Hamilton is the favorite to secure World Drivers' Championship glory this year, having won the past 2 titles on the spin. And he showed he means business 2 weeks ago as he and Valtteri Bottas combined to secure Mercedes 1-2 at the Australian Grand Prix. Friday's practice session in Bahrain represents an opportunity for Hamilton to lay down a marker for Sunday's race. But will also have his eyes on the prize in soccer as he seeks to get his own title challenge off the ground. The Red Bull driver came home in third in Melbourne, well off the pace set by Bottas, and then he has, though, shown enough potential to suggest he can push his rivals to the limit in the scrap for success. Verstappen's chances of claiming the title will depend as much on Red Bull's new Honda engines being up to scratch as on his driving ability. Hamilton, however, has held the work Honda have done as they have seamlessly replaced former suppliers Renault. And he is eager for Verstappen to be able to contend with him as the campaign unfolds over the next 8 months. "Without doubt the Red Bulls have a much better power unit this year," Hamilton said in Bahrain. "Their engine performance is very, very close. I think it's within 10 horsepower or something within the top cars." If you look at their GPS speed on the straights, they are pretty much just as quick as us in some places. That's a great start for them, and I just really hope the reliability is good for them so they can stay in the fight. Verstappen is partnered at Red Bull this season by Pierre Gasly following Daniel Ricciardo's departure for Red Bull. And this weekend Gasly will be out to improve on his Australian Grand Prix showing, having only finished 11th in Melbourne. Qualifying will take place in Sakura on Saturday, with the Bahrain Grand Prix scheduled for Sunday afternoon. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.